Worldwide Jess, worldwide Mess.
On The Breakfast Club.
She's a coach issue.
It's time to set it off.
You are so right, Monique. You are so right. Okay. Beef between Shaq and Shannon Sharpe. So Shaq was on Inside the NBA with Nikola Jokic. Is that right? Because them basketball players got some names, boy. Okay, he told Jokic that he doesn't believe that he should have been named MVP of the league.
Joker, as the president of the Big Man Alliance, you are the vice president of the Big Man Alliance. You know I love you, the best player in the league. I want to congratulate you, but I want you to hear from me first. I thought the SGA should have been the MVP. That's no disrespect to you, but congratulations. And what do you guys have to do to get back on track versus Minnesota?
Thank you, Shaq. We don't judge people here, so that's fine. It's your opinion. I'm joking.
Damn, that was a Kanye moment.
Yeah,
okay.
but Shaq has always been consistent in that. I remember when Shaq was, I think it was, somebody had won the MVP back in the day. Was it? I forgot who won it, but he was saying back then like that person shouldn't have won it. So he's always been consistent with that, even when he was a player.
But not only that, you got to respect it because he has a show where he talks about it, and he said he felt that Joker didn't deserve it. So it's hard to have somebody online and say congratulations and not say what you've been saying, and that's what he did.
Yeah.
You have to. If you've been saying it about a person, you got to say it to them.
I'm just looking at it as a woman like, listen, these basketball players got to have the thickest skin of them all because to tell me, I don't believe that you should have got it, but congratulations.
Yeah, I won anyway, so.
Right.
Respect to you, Shaq, but people voted for me, so it is what it is.
I feel you. Following that interview, Shannon Sharpe gave his thoughts on the situation.
Shaq should have 5 MVPs. He sees a guy like Nikola Jokic that's not as dominant as him and gets 3 and 4 years. But see, when you historically great, they talk about you as great basketball player. The GOAT, and Shaq is never brought up. And I think a part of him is envious of that. It's hard for me to put somebody in the GOAT conversation with 1 MVP. Regular season. It's hard, Gil. So we're going to take somebody with 1 regular season MVP and put him in front of people that got 3, that got 4, that got 5. If Shaq would have had, if he'd had my work ethic, he'd have had 40,000 points.
Wow. Okay. 2 heavily opinionated men. So after that, Shaq shared a post to his IG. The post is a screenshot of a stat showing Shannon Sharpe being listed as number 51 on the NFL 100 greatest players list, right? And he captioned it, "You took me sticking up for SGA as jealousy of Joker. Shows how smart you are and how you say anything for clicks. So here's some clickbait for you. If you ain't ranked in the top 10 in your profession, then you can't speak on me. Don't forget, I know what you did to get where you at. Me jealous? Sounds like you jealous. I know you're trying to stay relevant by gossiping on your podcast. We don't believe you. You need more people. And in case you forgot, 4 rings, 3 finals, MVP top 50 and top 75. Google me. And to be quite frank, all this new success you got, you still under me. You don't know my work ethic, but according to you, I work less. But I'm worth more than you. Make it make sense. I love you too. If you need help making money, it's better ways than gossiping. I'm too old for this ish. Love always, the most dominant big man ever who never took it serious. Remember, I don't know you. And in the words of Skip Bayless, I'm better than you. G14 classification, I have it. You don't. Not in my profession. And your GOAT debate, I never wanted to be the GOAT. I wanted to be who you should greet me as, the most dominant ever, the apex predator. Then he aired Shannon Sharpe out in the comments as well, and Shannon Sharpe responded again on Nightcap.
I've never professed that I was as great as Shaq. But what I will say, I got what I got because I worked my ass off. Now, Shaq has been the one that said that he didn't work as hard, he didn't train as hard, he didn't eat as well as he should have. Am I the equivalent as a football player as Shaq was as a basketball player? No. But what I did do is that I maximized that. And my question, if Shaq, do you believe that you gave everything you possibly could in basketball? Did you train the way you should have? Did you eat the way you should have? Think about it, Ocho. He's the most dominant big man in the history of the game.
I know that much, yes.
And he got 1 MVP.
This conversation is just happening because people have platforms to be able to talk. Because Shannon Sharpe is one of the greatest tight ends of all time. And Shaquille O'Neal is one of the greatest and the most dominant center of all time. All of this hypothetical coulda, shoulda, woulda, if you woulda, it is what it is. But even without, I guess, doing all of that, Shaq still is considered the most dominant center of all time.
Absolutely. He's one of the best players.
What's the point of putting a but on anything and trying to say, but if he would have did this, he would have did that? Who cares?
But I will say this. Most of the NBA players back then, I don't think took it as serious. I mean, we've heard conversations that AI talking about going out to the club the night before, being drunk and still dropping 40. We hear conversations of NBA players not wanting to go to practice, leaving practice early. So we hear stories of that from before. And just imagine if they did eat the right way, or if they did the LeBron regimen where they took care of their bodies, or the Floyd Mayweather regimen where they were, fully in, these players would have probably been dropping 60 a game back then.
Yeah, and Shaq also, when they say Shaq's not mentioned as one of the GOATs,
he is.
He is, but it's just I don't want to say discrimination or prejudice against, but they don't put big men in those conversations for some reason. You don't ever see big men in those conversations. Why, I do not know. But it's just usually not.
They put Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in the conversation. Wilt Chamberlain, they put in.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was the number one NBA scorer for years, and nobody said, oh, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is the greatest. It's always Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, the Magic Johnsons. Like, they don't put big men in those conversations.
Older individuals did. That wasn't our generation. We didn't see Wilt Chamberlain or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar really play as a young one. We started from Michael Jordan and Patrick Ewing and those individuals.
Yeah, I still don't see them put the big men in those conversations like they should.
Well, what's left in Jess With The Mess is Jess Hilarious will be joining Martin Lawrence on tour.
Hey.
Yes. So we have a ticket giveaway in the 9 a.m. hour. One pair of tickets to the show at the Barclays Center, January 24th, 2025.
Oh, good. It's next year, so the baby will be here already.
Very much.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm sitting there thinking, like, you going to be 7-8 months pregnant or something? When did this happen?
No, I know. His tour starts before then, but I'm on a couple of his dates. And, yes, this is after I have the baby. So pre-sale for tickets starts Tuesday, May 14th. But, yeah, we are giving away a pair of tickets in the 9 o'clock hour, y'all. So, yeah. That's that.
Well, congrats, Jess, and go bust ass like you did before.
Thank you.
All right,
Charlamagne. Probably like, yo, for a show next year? I don't even know what I'm doing this summer.
It gives you time to put that on your calendar now.
Yeah,
that's right.
Get your
and I think that's Martin Luther King.
Look, please.
I think that's Martin Luther King weekend, but for whatever reason, I said it, but I saw Martin Lawrence in a suit giving the I Have a Dream speech.
Dummy.
But that is. I think. You said
I think that is Martin Luther King. Yeah, that is. I think it is that
January 24th.
That's Martin Lawrence King weekend.
Okay. Martin Lawrence King
weekend.
That's Jess With The Mess, y'all.
Who you giving that donkey to?
Man, I need Ann Coulter and Vivek Ramaswamy to come to the front of the congregation. We'd like to have a word with both of their crazy asses.
All right, we'll get to that next. So don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up. Early in the morning. The Breakfast Club.